Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori is a line from the Roman lyrical poet Horace's Odes. The line can be translated as, "It is sweet and glorious to die for one's country." As a consequence of Wilfred Owen incorporating the phrase into his similarly titled poem, Dulce et Decorum Est, it is now often referred to as the old lie. See below. Context. The poem from which the line comes exhorts Roman citizens to develop martial prowess such that the enemies of Rome, in particular the Parthians, will be too terrified to resist them. In John Connington's translation, the relevant passage reads, "To suffer hardness with good cheer, in sternest school of warfare bred, our youth should learn, let steed and spear make him one day the Parthians dread. Cold skies, keen perils brace his life. Methinks I see from rampart town some battling tyrant's matron wife, some maiden look in terror down. Ah, my dear lord, untrained in war, oh tempt not the infuriate mood of that fell lion I see, from far he plunges through a tide of blood. What joy for fatherland to die! Death starts seen flying feet o'ertake, nor spare or recreant chivalry a back that cowers, or loins that quake." A humorous elaboration of the original line was used as a toast in the 19th century. Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori, sed dulcius pro patria vivere, et dulcissimum pro patria bibere. Ergo, bibimus pro salute patria. A reasonable English translation would be, "It is sweet and fitting to die for the homeland, but sweeter still to live for the homeland, and sweetest yet to drink for the homeland. So, let us drink to the health of the homeland." Used as a motto and inscription, Brazil. The phrase can be found at the monument to the expeditionary in Alegret City, state of Rio Grande do Sul, Canada. It appears on a bronze plaque bearing the names of Canadian soldiers lost from the city of Calgary, Alberta, Canada during World War I and World War II at Central Memorial High School's front entrance, Cuba. The phrase was prominently inscribed in a large bronze tablet commemorating Cuban patriot Calixto Garcia Iniguez, Major General of the Spanish-American War. The tablet was erected by the Masons where he died at the Raleigh Hotel in Washington, D.C. Today, this tablet resides at the private residence of one of Gen. Garcia's direct descendants, Dominican Republic. The phrase is inscribed in bronze letters above the arch of the Puerta del Conde in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, India. Found on the inscription on the French monument in Shillong, India, from the soldiers of the 26th Kharsi Labour Corps who sacrificed their lives for king and country during World War I. New Zealand. It is found on the memorial archway at the entrance of Otago Boys High School, in Dunedin, New Zealand. Pakistan. The Dulce A. is written on a plaque on the left wall of main entrance of the Patiala Block, King Edward Medical University, Lahore, Pakistan. It is to commemorate the sacrifice given by the students and graduates of the institution who gave their lives in First World War fighting for the British Empire. Sweden. It can be found inscribed on the outer wall of an old war fort within the Frisboda Nature Reserve in Sweden, United Kingdom. In 1913, Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori was inscribed on the wall of the chapel of the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. Dulce et is inscribed on the parish roll of honour for Deveren in Cornwall, hanging in the village hall, United States. The phrase can be found at the front entrance to the Arlington Memorial Amphitheater at the Arlington National Cemetery. The phrase is carved in the monument commemorating the Battle of Wyoming known as the Wyoming Massacre, the 3rd of July 1778, erected the 3rd of July 1878. The phrase is located on the second monument of the Point Lookout Confederate Cemetery in Point Lookout, Proud, MD, and at the Confederate Cemetery in the Manassas National Battlefield Park. Organizations. Dulce et Decorum Est pro patria mori is the motto of the following organizations: the Portuguese Military Academy, the Royal Grammar School, Newcastle upon Tyne, the 103rd Ground Reconnaissance Squadron of the Royal Netherlands Army, the 1027th Royal South Australian Regiment of the Royal Australian Infantry Corps. Adopted. Pro patria, derived from the above line meaning, for one's country, as the unit motto. The shorter phrase pro patria may or may be not related to the Horace quote. The phrase pro patria is the motto of the Higgins or O'Huigan clan. Pro patria is also the motto of the Sri Lanka Army, as well as being inscribed on the collar insignia of the Royal Canadian Regiment. Pro patria is the name of a neighborhood in Caracas, Venezuela.